The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Beavers offense will have the football first. Early in the season, the Ducks looked vulnerable against teams from the state of Idaho, but nothing makes you feel better than taking little brother behind the woodshed in a get-right game when you had to feel a little bit better about life.
Yeah, and it was really a coming-out party, too, for Dylan Gabriel, the transfer coming in from Oklahoma. He threw the ball. He ran the ball. Oregon was up and down the field offensively. And we've seen this game in years past get a bit crazy and wonky at times. Last year, David, no doubt who the better team.
Yeah, especially when Oregon has to go to Corvallis. Typically, you'll see some struggle, but that wasn't it. And it was a beatdown. And you got to imagine they remember this pretty well. They're pretty ticked off about it. Listen, Oregon gets all the shine, obviously.
Turning it on. It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the Beavers get enough to move the chains.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about Oregon State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them.
Turning on the Jets. Great awareness by this defense to know where the first down line was and stop him just a little bit short. Big 4th down decision coming. The Beavers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Ducks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
The Ducks send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The inside handoff. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. Oh, better look out. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
The Beavers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the Ducks are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Murphy. He's got it. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Beavers will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking for room, it's Whittington. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. Moore to the air. Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Whittington. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll go to the ground. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The play action fake. Pressure coming. He's sacked. Tried to get away, but the defense tracked him down. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense. You saw it on that play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Setting up the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Beavers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Going with the ground game left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Makes the grab. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him. That's
intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Clemens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. This will likely be the last play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Ducks and Beavers. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Beavers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires to the tight end. It's a seam wide open. Out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Now the play fake. Slings it downfield. He makes the catch. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got some room into the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Trying to surge it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those big.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, Kansas and Missouri once shared a conference. Now all they share is a bunch of hard feelings. Here's how this great rivalry went down today. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Nice move to keep running.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner is stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Oh, they're after him! And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get...
He's loose. Oh, not a touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Fires to the big fella. And he's still running after the move. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Here on third down. Dropping back, it's Murphy. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Wants to throw again. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. From the gun. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Touchdown, Beavers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moore to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more 1st downs. They just got 2 1st downs. A couple more 1st downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position we can get the ball with some clock and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'll move the tight end. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. This defense has stood tall 3 straight times. If they stop them again, this could be a huge momentum shift.
Yeah, and listen, you don't care about the yards. You get down here in the red zone, this is where you got to be stout, forcing a 4th down. Now you're just saying, hey, you want to go for it? Bring it.
They'll try to blast their way in. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outlast the Beavers. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was.
Ready for this this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.